So often, we are told as leaders that we need to hold others accountable. Whenever something doesn't go quite right, the accountability word gets dragged out. However, there are a whole bunch of assumptions of the word accountability that we need to unpack. It's complex. There are a number of factors that might be influencing someone's behaviour. So think about where this has happened recently, or perhaps you have someone right now that you need to go and speak to about being more accountable. Where do you start that conversation? Let me share with you a simple framework for exploring accountability. And the first is means. Perhaps someone didn't do something quite right because they didn't have the means to do so. Perhaps they didn't have the skills or the experience to undertake that task. Perhaps they didn't have all the resources they need. Perhaps they weren't clear on what good looks like. In other words, they weren't clear on their performance measures. Second, if someone isn't motivated for a particular task, it is unlikely that they'll do a great job. At best, you'll get a good outcome, and at worst, it'll just go pear-shaped. We as leaders make assumptions all the time about others, about why they acted in a certain way. And most of the time, we aren't correct. There is something else going on for them, and our job as leaders is to find out what is behind their motivation for the task at hand. A simple statement like, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you just aren't motivated to do that particular piece of work," can do wonders to open up the conversation. Be curious and be open to what comes. Third is meaning. If we don't know why we should be doing a particular task, then it's unlikely we'll do it or do it well. In today's world, people want a sense of meaning and purpose in what they do. And research shows that it increases job satisfaction and engagement by 75%. It's a big deal. So if someone hasn't done something to your expected standard, then perhaps their understanding of why this task is important is different from yours. And your job as a leader is to understand their worldview and co-create meaning around their work. So keep this framework of means, motivation, and meaning in your head to guide your accountability conversation. Above all, remember that your role as a leader is to remove the barriers that prevent people from doing great work. So enter the conversation assuming that they do want to do great work, and explore together what the barriers were so that you can help remove them for next time.